Impossible is only just a word. Should've known better than to ruffle up your feathers. Maybe, but don't deny me the fun I earn. I can't relate when you talk that way. We're feeling great, you can grab a plate. The table's big enough for all of y'all. If you're feeling down, let me fix your crown. I've been all around this whole town, doing what I can, and now that's all I can do, 'cause I got it. In the rain or sun and snow, yeah, I got it. Got it all under control, said I got it. You can count on me, 'cause I got it. Come on, y'all, let's get free. Said that it could not be done, so I raised my face back.
Well, hello. So we're going to have... Hi. Welcome back to UnCut Juels. Today we're going to be taking you through another idea of a series that we have called Where the Music is Made. And we're going to be able to share with you some new stuff from an upcoming artist that's got a release on Friday called The Gold Soul. But before that, if you haven't had a chance, check out some of the stuff we've done on the past on UnCut Juels, because we're really excited about what we've been doing, as you can tell. And I think, as you know, the point of this is for it to be like this behind the scenes look at some of more interesting pieces of the process and what artists go through. So today we're very excited to have the newest artist that we get to work with, the Gold Souls. We've got Juniper and Billy joining us from Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, we're so excited to be working with you. And we're finally going to release a new song on Friday.
Finally.
So yeah, go ahead. Tell a little bit about yourself so we know what you guys are up to, and a little bit about the band and who else is in it with you.
Okay. I'm Juniper. I am the singer and band leader of the Gold Souls.
Hi, and I'm Billy. I am the drummer and producer, one of the producers. And today we're missing Darius on guitar, Alex, who's the author, primary author of this upcoming single, and Jace, our bass player. Alex plays keys, by the way, too.
Right. That's great. Yeah, and speaking, so I know a little bit about how this has come about, but maybe you guys could talk about the song Got It, which is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Got It is going to be the second single we're putting out for this upcoming album. And let's see, we think that Got It was written about a year ago. And yeah,
you've been playing it for a while now, right?
I think we started playing it live last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
And started the recording process late last year for Got It, along with a bunch of other songs. So we kind of like started recording a bunch of stuff for the new album, and then as we went along decided which singles to release, and so then kind of zeroed in on Got It. And
can you tell us a little bit about who wrote it, how it got written, what's your writing process like?
Yeah, so every song that we write, it's a different process, just depending on who came up with the idea and how far they get on their own. But pretty much every song in some capacity is collaborative, and everybody in the song writes. So for this song, for Got It, Alex came up with the idea, and he wrote a big chunk of the lyrics. He wrote, I think he had at least parts of 3 verses for this song. And he brought it to me when we were on tour last spring. We went out to New Orleans and back. And so at some point along the way, I was driving, Alex was in the passenger seat. He said, "Can I run these lyrics by you for this new song I'm working on?" And so we just kind of brainstormed and kind of, you know, workshopped the idea and tried to zero in on what he was really trying to say there. And so especially the second verse, we really worked through on that drive. And then he went away and tidied everything up and brought it to the band. And then I think that when he brought it to the band, then you contributed to kind of the instrumental writing.
Sort of. So yeah, he brought the song with a pretty already well put together arrangement, and that we were working off of, and we performed it like that for a while. It wasn't until we like really started like recording it, and we like recorded the original version. It was like 6 minutes long. We were like, oh no, not again. So we started to, you know, think about, okay, like what can we do to make this song a little bit, you know, more tailored to the modern attention span. So we I think
that was when we started going through like the chorus and
I was gonna say you had a hand
pulling back a couple things,
helping us figure that out.
Right. Yeah. So appreciate you. I think the end result was really good. So
I love it.
The recording process, and it was kind of like showing it to you, Kristin, also showing it to our kind of primary engineer and producer that we're collaborating with, Patrick Langham from Big Sticky Mess and Big Sticky Studios, who's really been an instrumental part in kind of helping us pull together the vibe on a lot of these songs. And there was kind of this like idea. It's like, okay, yeah, it's cool ideas, but like, what's it saying? Where's it going? Like, it needs to sound a little like bigger and like, but like shorter but bigger.
Yeah.
It's tackling really big stuff, this song.
Yeah.
And so, like figuring out how to get all the messages across while keeping everything concise. I think like lyrically and musically was a
maybe can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, so what is the song touching on, and what were the priorities for that messaging?
So, gosh, it's touching on a lot of things. I think that, so I know that when Alex first came up with the idea, he was thinking a lot about the local arts scene, the local music and beyond scene here in Sacramento, and just how it's really budding and flourishing right now. There's like so much amazing local talent, and then just how at the same time in any scene like this, there, you know, conflict comes up, competition, there's, you know, and so I think he really was wanting to say, like, let's keep the vibes positive because everyone is doing such amazing stuff in the community.
Right.
And so I think that was the original impetus. And then he has all this really beautiful imagery throughout the song. And so we were trying to come up with kind of metaphors that would go. So that's where like the rising tide lifts all ships metaphor comes in the second verse. And the metaphors about the sun. She still shines even when she's off the stage. Like just keeping the positivity in your everyday life. You know, it's not just about like the public face you put forward. It's about how you are in day-to-day interactions with people.
Yeah, I have a favorite lyric in the song, but I'm curious what yours is.
I think that that whole part of the second verse, for the young and old, for the rich and poor, they share her glow all across the globe, like a rising tide lifts all ships in the bay. So like how the sun shines on all of us equally.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah. Of course you would have the beautiful one. I'm like, tell me that I can't and I'll do it twice as fast.
Well, that's so you.
That's so me.
One gets as much done in a day. So
yeah, I'm like, let's do it. But like, if you tell me I can't, I'm like, I'm in. So that's my favorite. Yeah, I love that lyric. I love that. So, okay, cool. So do you guys want to share with us a little bit? I know you're sitting in your studio right now, right up in Sacramento. Is this where you recorded most of it as well, right?
Yeah, I think every inch of this recording happened here. Like our good friend Patrick, he mixed it in his studio, but I guess I was there with him. But we did all the tracking, a lot of like the kind of arranging and editing and capturing the sounds and stuff all here, which has been the same with our last single, Strongman. We did, I think, pretty much all of it here, except for the horns. So this has been the space where we've been putting together all the new music for this upcoming record, and it's exciting to be able to do it at home a little bit.
That's great. Oh, it looks like you got some fans with us.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, Kathy and Kim, thanks for joining us, y'all.
I love that. That's great. Would you mind taking us a little bit around the studio so we could get a sense of what you've got going on there? And maybe while you're doing it, Billy, would you, or Jan, obviously Juniper, if you have anything to say too, I mean, we'd love to hear from both of you, but maybe talk a little bit about any of the equipment you use, and in particular, if there's anything in a unique way that you've used it.
Oh, word. Yeah. So, let's see. So we've got our mobile cam happening now. Turn it to landscape.
Right.
Yeah. So this is right now. We've got the desk here. Let me cast some light on it real fast. So
Nice.
We've got the desk going. So you can see all just, this is a lot of the equipment we're using. We're picking up microphones and stuff over here, and over here is like kind of where we do the whole guitar thing and stuff. So I've got this little amp, and I have some pedals and the guitar corner and all that stuff. So this is kind of the battle station a little bit,
Nice.
where we're capturing a lot of sounds at and stuff. And then over here, look at these. I got my little microphone thing. So this cool little bookcase Juniper gave me a while back, and you guys can see my house slippers. That's fun. Has all the mics on it, and it kind of spins around, which is exciting. So one of the really cool mics we use, well, there's a couple cool mics we use on this recording. For starters, this one, super kind of interesting mic. It's
Nice.
This was kind of the main mic we used to capture the vocals, and might have used it on some of the drum stuff too.
What's it called?
This mic. Sorry, what's that?
What's it called?
This is called the Aston Origin. It's a British company. These mics just came out a few years ago, and very nice, not super expensive too, which is nice for home studio owners such as myself. And then the other mic we used on this recording, kind of all over it, because I used it for the drums as well. Here, let me need a key for this one. Bear with me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And was the other one that you showed me, was that the one that you had a special story about being on tour, or was this the one?
This is going to be that one.
Got it.
That's why it requires a key. It's very
Key.
Very special. So here it is in all of its repurposed Cashbox glory. The RCA 74B, which is
look at that baby.
It's awesome. It's like from the 40s.
Wow.
It's a ribbon mic, so one of the kind of like super old school kind of microphone styles, still very popular to use today. But RCA, we all know RCA for making like crappy home stereos in the 80s and stuff. But they used to make really badass microphones and audio equipment back in their broadcasting audio days and stuff. So this is one of those mics. And actually, there's a pretty funny story I'll let Juniper tell about how we came across this mic. And so, this one I used it for the drums over here. So like.
Oh, there's your drum kit.
Yeah, kind of had it capture the drum set as like an overhead mic, and so because it's such an old microphone, it just has a ton of mojo and vibe and stuff when you record with it. So that's how we kind of dialed that super kind of fuzzy, funky sound on the drum kit. And then also for Juniper's vocals, I used both those mics and kind of blended their sound to sort of create that old school in a sense, but also modern, so you can hear what she's saying, and it doesn't sound like we're all in one big room with one microphone in like 50s or something. So it gives a little bit of that vibe, and then a little bit of the modern vibe and stuff too. So very cool way to dial that in.
Awesome, that's great.
Totally.
So what other instruments were used on the recording of this?
Let's see. Oh, did our camera switch to something else over here? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So, let's see. So, Gina, if you want to flip around over here. So this is kind of the string section over here. It looks like it's kind of freezing up and stuff. Is it still looking okay for you guys over
Yeah,
there?
it looked a little. Oh, there we go. It got frozen.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we went. You know what it is? We went to the other camera. So Juniper, I think yours isn't working right now.
Okay.
All
right,
but yeah, we're on the other camera now.
I'll just down and show it in front of the other camera then. Okay, so yeah. So mobile camera is down, but that's all right. So this bass, this is one of Jace's basses that Jace also here. He's just at work right now.
Got it. Yep. Cool.
But this is the Fender Precision bass that played on Got It. So pretty sweet bass right here, big and punchy sounding and dope.
Nice.
And then yeah. Let's see. The drum set back over here. Let me real quick.
Maybe you could also. I noticed you have a bunch of tapestries.
Oh yeah.
Anything special? All we can see is your mid drift, by the way.
Oh, you don't like that? Yeah, let's sit back down. Yeah. So
there you go. Probs best.
That was for y'all, man. Oh, I'm playing. So. Yeah, so the tapestries, I just love tapestries, man. I always have a few of these ones in here, like the Bob Marley ones my dad gave me. And let me see, actually, I'm going to switch to my other mobile cam right here real quick.
Okay.
And
hey.
So, yeah, so we got, Gina, would you mind flipping that light over the other way for me, towards the drum set?
You can give them the full screen.
Yeah, so you can see over here. Let me get out of the way a little bit better. No, you can't see that. Okay, well, there's a few Bob Marley ones in here that my dad gave me. That cool kind of zodiac looking sunshine one is back there. So you know, we love the sun. It says it in the song, and we got it all over the studio and stuff. Got a couple other little paintings over here that have the sun in them and stuff. So it's like we need it to live or something. Tapestries, I really just love the way tapestries can kind of make a whole wall into a piece of art. And so that's been, I got them all over the place. They're on the ceiling and, and there's like acoustic panels behind them and stuff, to make it sound good.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
So
thanks for going through that.
Whole room. And then now we're back.
Okay, great. Hi, guys. And you are back. Awesome. Well, cool. So thanks for doing that. I really appreciate the tour. I know you guys, speaking of touring, I mean, you guys are a touring band, and I know that this must be a very strange time to not be on tour and not know where this is all going. How has it been going for you, not being able to do that? I mean, I know maybe we can talk a little bit about the shows you've got coming up.
Well, luckily we got a lot of shows in at the beginning of this year, which felt really lucky that we got to do that. We had I'm not sure how many, but I think we had most weekends booked up with at least 2 shows a weekend, kind of from the beginning of 2020. And so when this whole thing happened, we were a little tired, and we're like, oh, okay, we hate to think that shows will be canceled and stuff, but a little break sounds nice. And then when it became clear that it was really gonna be a while, I mean, it's hard, it's sad, I know that everybody in the music industry and all performers are really feeling a major kind of loss of this big part of us, that comes from being in a room with a bunch of people, right? And having this experience, providing this experience. And so, that's hard. We're definitely kind of mourning that for the time being. But I am grateful that, when it comes to music, that's not all of it, right? There's also the aspect of recording, and people having to have, getting to have this intimate experience with music, you know, which when you think about like theater, you know, on the stage, right? There isn't really that aspect of it. You know, I was talking to my friend who's a director who's just, there's nothing for her to do right now, you know, and she's trying to figure out how she can stream, you know, theater. And so, so at least with music, there's this whole other side of it where recording matters a lot, of course. And and so we're focusing on that, and then also focusing on figuring out how to live stream. Alex, who we were talking about, our keyboardist and the writer of Got It, has a great thing going called the Remedy Review, where they're working on creating, or they have created, a live stream venue where they're being very careful about sanitizing everything and wearing masks and you know, taking precautions, but they've created a space where bands can come in and live stream with good sound and good camera quality and stuff. So that's really exciting. They're helping us with our live stream this coming Friday, which is the day that the single comes out. We're doing a special live stream from our van, from in and around our van, for Jam in the Van.
The Jam in your van now.
Jamming our van, yeah. And so the Remedy Review is helping us pull that off. And yeah, they're doing really exciting stuff. So it's exciting to watch, you know, innovation, to watch people, you know, working with what we can now and seeing what's being created. UnCut Juels is a product of this time, right? And there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out of this time. So I know that, you know, as creative people, we're highly adaptable. You know, we're scrappy. So we're figuring
Tell us no, and we'll do it twice as fast. I'm telling you, it's a mantra.
Impossible is only just a word.
Exactly. I love it. So yeah, can we talk? I know we're almost out of time, but I just wanted to talk about what's coming up next. So I know you're working on a new video, but also immediately you've got a couple shows.
Oh,
right, Friday.
Please, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Aww.
Yeah. So we have Jam in Your Van coming up on Friday.
And that's at 3 p.m.
Right, at 3 p.m. Right.
We're taking over Jam in the Van's Instagram Live.
Right.
So everybody go follow Jam in the Van, because if you follow Jam in the Van, you are guaranteed to discover some amazing music you haven't heard of yet.
Right.
They have great taste, and we are taking over their Instagram Live on Friday at 3.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Whole band live stream for the first time since all this happened. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
It's great. And then on Saturday, I know I've also got you guys doing a thing. I think you're gonna do something maybe with the cocktails and cocktails and concerts. My friend who's got he's a doctor in Chicago, wants to get you guys involved. So we're trying to figure that out too. But you have another live stream on Saturday, right?
Live chat, yes. Because Saturday was supposed to be our single release party at the Torch Club here in Sacramento. And our friends with the band Radio Keys were going to come up from the Bay Area and play with us that night. So because that show is obviously canceled, we are going to go live with Torch Club for a little bit and talk to them about just like how they're faring in this time and how to support live venues right now. And and then we're going to go live and talk to Radio Keys about what they're up to.
Great. Oh, that'll be great. Yeah. And I think you just touched on it, but obviously we know, where a lot of what we're doing, a lot of the success we've had has been because we've been able to get venues, to support your music. And they're struggling just as much as everybody else right now. So it's NVIA is the new coalition for all the venues in America that are coming together. And hopefully, if you can go and do anything to support them, even if it's just writing to your congressman or anyone in the area that could help to influence that. I think we just need to make sure to save the venues. So I know they're working on a bunch of initiatives for that as well. So that's great that you're doing something about that. We need to start creating awareness for them.
That's hashtag Save Our Stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the hashtag for NIVA, or right, NIVA or
NIVA. I think it's NVIA. Yeah, we'll have to. Maybe Johannes can quickly research that and put it up on the screen as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's the one.
We're gonna do a post about that too, with the information about what everyone can do to. But yeah, hashtag Save Our Stages for sure.
Great. Mm-hmm. So, and then I know. So with this single coming out on Friday, so I'm just gonna put my little manager hat on. But we'd love it if anybody hasn't done it already. If you guys could go to their website or go to their Facebook page and actually pre-save their song. I know it seems silly because we know it's going to be out in a couple of days, but it would really help all of us to just have a little bit of a running start into the release. So your pre-save, your pre-add to Apple Music, whatever you could do, is going to help them just be able to get a little bit of more momentum going in, so by Thursday night when it goes live, we've let the DSPs know that they're coming in hot. So that would be great. And then on Friday, obviously, just stream and share and tell everybody about it. It's been a minute and we're really excited. But do you want to share with them the hashtag that we're using too? Oh,
sure. We're using hashtag I got it and hashtag we got it. Because once you hear the song, it'll all make sense. But really the spirit of the new single is that when we work together, we can overcome hardship, and as a community, we can do impossible things, accomplish a lot. And so, we obviously wrote this song a year ago. We had no idea what was going to happen, right when we released it. But good, the pre-save link is there.
Yeah, and how timely though too, because community couldn't be more important right now. It's just so everything. Important.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
And so hashtag we got it, hashtag I got it. Talk about the song, talk about how you're banding together with community right now on social media and elsewhere.
Yeah, so definitely that. And then I think we'll be following up with the video as soon as we can. I mean, these are very challenging times for production, but you've got some really great and innovative ideas. So I'm really excited to see how this all plays out. It's underway.
We're doing this video, and it's a collaboration with artists from all over the world. It's going to be really interesting when it all comes together. So
I'm excited. It's great. Awesome. So sorry?
Oh, it's like I think 7 or 8 different countries, I think.
That's amazing.
Working on the video.
Should be the global souls.
Right, the global souls.
Oh, speaking of gold souls too, there's your mask. At one point, we you'll have to. I want one. The gold mask.
And a special request, for you.
It's so classy. I love it. So I think we've come to the end of our time. Is there anything else you guys want to share before we go? I think we covered off most of the stuff we wanted to talk about.
I think it's good. Just remind people to be safe and keep loving each other, and we'll get through it.
We're so excited, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you guys all for watching and for coming with us while we share where the music is made with our artists, the Gold Souls, Juniper and Billy. And stay tuned for more to come on UnCut Juels. We've got a couple more things up our sleeve, even though I don't have sleeves. And thank you, Juniper, and thank you, Billy, for joining us on a Wednesday afternoon.
We hope we see everyone on Friday.
Good. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Pre-save the song.
Pre-save the song. Thanks, everybody.
Much love.
Bye. Thank you. Stay safe.
Now what? Do we hang?